Hey, Coach. I was curious with Saturday's open practice, what kind of format you have laid out for it?
Yeah. What we'll do, Trey, is we're going to go scrimmage format, except it won't be instantaneous on special teams. So I'm going to go 1-2-2-1. They'll thud. The veterans will thud the threes and some, Trey, let's say some of the twos. You know how we did the combination period 1-2? Well, y'all weren't at the scrimmage, but we've done it before 1-2, where we might take KJ out and put Malik in. We're going to do a little bit of that in a scrimmage format with the 2-3s. In other words, if we have maybe possibly AJ Green or somebody that we need to tackle, see him live a little bit more. So we'll thud up the veterans. The young guys will scrimmage. But after the three racks of 1-2, 2-1, 3-3, we will do kickoff, and then we'll come back and do 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2 in a thud situation, 3 versus 3 with some of those twos in there in a scrimmage situation. Then we'll come back and do punt, and then we're going to do some red area stuff, both high and low. We'll have a 2-minute get the ball back 2-minute situation at the end. The only thing we won't do Saturday is 2nd and 10 play it with us not, and I know that with us not going live, the scrimmage will be somewhat subjective, obviously. I just think we have a veteran team. We've thudded better this year than we have the 2 previous years we've been here. And we did tackle to the ground in last scrimmage. So I think that's how we're going to run it, Trey.
Trey, muted.
You're talking about basically being in team the whole time, not like doing Skelly and inside.
No, you're exactly right. It will be a scrimmage format team. Then it'll be either 1-2, 2-1, or good on good the entire day.
Thanks.
Coach, we saw some Landon Jackson out there going through some drills. What did you think for his, I guess, first day back? First time I saw him, how nice was that?
Yeah, great. I went down there because I wanted to see him, move around. I've seen him run a straight line, but I wanted to see him move around. I thought he looked pretty good, especially for, his first real movement since his injury. And I thought he looked good. He's long, big, great kid, works hard. So I was happy that he was able to get back out there. He's still a ways away, but to let him go do some change of direction, position, I'm sure that he feels good about it. I do too.
And I saw him back out there in green today, but Pooh Paul, I'm curious what you saw from him when he was healthy. What do you like from him?
Yeah, I like him. I think he's one of our top 3 linebackers. Obviously, he was running with the ones before he got the concussion. But I like his physicality. He's very bright, very smart, can run. So I think he's going to really help us a lot. And it was good to get him back out there. Obviously, the first day that the kids come back from concussion protocol is non-contact. So that was his practice today in green, and then he'll be back on Thursday.
Got it.
Hey, Sam, we're going to stick in that linebackers room too. Just what do you like about Jordan Crook? He looks like a pretty good sized kid, runs through the ball pretty well.
He's thick, he can run, and he plays really hard. Again, another smart guy, but he plays extremely hard, wants to be coached, exactly what you want in a young guy, that you can kind of mold how you want, because he wants to be good and he has the athletic ability to be good. So he's one of the harder working young guys I've ever seen. So he's going to be a good player. Excuse me.
think about this time last week, I asked you about Rocket and what you meant about him becoming more of a true tailback. I'm curious, kind of building off that, can you sense that he's maybe growing more away from the field and kind of being someone maybe that some of the younger guys in the room look to?
I think so. You know, Rocket's always been the first guy to study table. I mean, a guy that sets up and shows high respect. They all do there in the team meetings. But if you ask, his teachers, the academic staff, the training staff, the nutrition staff, they'll all tell you that he's been very mature ever since he got here. Just a wonderful, wonderful kid. I do think that he's last year got him some confidence, and therefore now he's able to teach the young guys and R-Dub and some of those guys. I've seen him be a really good teacher on the football field.
Lastly, from me, just is there an update on McLuhan? I don't think he was out there with you guys when you're going through team stuff. I think if I'm remembering right, is he okay?
Well, you know, he was out there, I think, most of the day. He's beat up a little bit with a ham, but other than that, Barry and them, you know, we went how we do it. If there's a question mark, if they can go or not, we take them through Indy to see individual drills to see if how much they can do for the day. And evidently at some point during practice, it tightened back up on him.
Thanks.
Sam, you guys cross-train so many in the defensive backfield. I'm wondering how deep do you think you can go at those positions?
Well, I believe we can. You know, we have. I'm looking up here on my board. I'm going to say that we would feel really good going too deep there. You know, obviously, you have your better players. You know that you certainly don't want to lose. But I think we have. To me, that's probably where we have the most depth on our team is, you know, back there in the secondary. And of course, Barry could always, you know, go in a 4-man line if we got limited and take one of the DBs off the field. But I think right now we feel pretty good with what we have, at least 2 deep, probably 11 players.
Okay, and then Ladarius Bishop, does he have a chance to work his way back up with ones, or how's he doing?
Oh yeah, I mean everybody has a chance to be a starter. He was hurt a lot of spring ball and you know, I would say instead of, yes, he has, but he hasn't done anything wrong. The other guys just played some pretty good ball, and he's got to work his way back up to that first team, and he's very talented, and so I think he'll work his way back up. But you know, he lost quite a bit of time.
Okay, we haven't asked you yet. The decision to practice at the stadium most of spring, what all played into that for you?
Not a whole lot, to be honest with you. Besides, I didn't think our practice, you know, Tom, our practice field, we used it primarily because I didn't like the turf, that particular turf, which we're going to replace. But the only way our practice field is going to heal up is if we don't go out there on it. So that, and I think the kids enjoy going into the stadium, you know, and I think Garth Brooks and them is going to tear it up pretty good, you know, anyway. So we figure we get as many good practices in there as we can. So that was really the two thoughts that went into that.
All right, let me know if you got more questions. Trey?
What do you not like about the turf?
Our kids don't like it. They felt like it's hard, and that it's hard on their knees and their joints. They thought it was a hard surface. So we chose last year. They liked the indoor better, so we chose last year to go grass and then indoor instead of using the outdoor only on maybe occasion on special teams, Trey. But the kids didn't like it. It's older. I don't know. It's 8 or 9 years old, and you know they've come out with some newer turf and things of that nature. So we decided as soon as spring ball's over or sometime in the summer that we're going to replace it.
You had mentioned in the past that you have 3 spots in the portal left. Are you including Jordan Dominic in that?
No,
Okay, so 3 more spots.
I have 3 more.
And you're
Yeah.
still planning on 2 defensive linemen and a wide receiver unless there's a best available?
That's the plan.
Mhm.
You know, unless somebody comes out of there that we're going, oh my gosh. And if that happens, then it'll be somebody else. But
Mhm.
that's the plan. You know, I think we're still waiting on, you know, situation with, you know, the portal and dates and all that kind of stuff as well. So some things change on there, then our plans may change.
BetOnline is your #1 source for all your betting needs, sports info, and odds. Find all the latest sports developments, including this week's odds for the Masters Championship and the start of Major League Baseball season. BetOnline is your continued source for all your sporting wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino and poker games. It's super easy to get started, so join today. Learn why everyone is saying BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on popular sports and games. Bet online, where the game starts.